Listen up, cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
With Rooster and
The Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution and
morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
so sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine. Welcome back, Cluckheads, to episode 5 of Whiskey and Whine. We have made it 5 episodes without getting kicked off the air, Rooster.
Yet.
Yet
Yes, 5.
Yet is the key word. So since we've made it to 5 and the title of the show is Whiskey and Whine, you know who we are, you know what we do. Tonight we are actually comparing whiskeys.
Yeah, go figure on that one, right? We're going to get into the whiskey, doing just a little bit more. So you're going to hear me a little bit better now?
Oh, I like it when I can hear you a little bit more.
I appreciate that.
All right, so what are our fine whiskeys
So
tonight?
we'll call them fine whiskeys. One of them really is. The other one, yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, Kentucky Deluxe.
So we got Kentucky Deluxe.
Blended whiskey.
Yeah, and we also have that going up against Jack Daniel's Gentleman Jack, their higher-end whiskey. So it's pretty nice. So let's kick straight into
let's
some
go ahead and
differences.
start comparing.
Yeah, before we open it up, we're going to try something new. We're going to compare them, just kind of based on looks and everything. So I'll start. Kentucky Deluxe blended whiskey. The bottle's number 1 plastic, so you can get it recycled anywhere.
That is a
You
positive.
don't have to worry about what city you live in. It's a carry pack, apparently, right
So
there.
you could take it to the pool and not worry about dropping, or on an airplane.
Or Six Flags, or maybe take the kids to SeaWorld. Whatever you like. It won't break.
I mean, just listen to this. Listen to this.
Yeah, so that is the authentic plastic.
That is authentic.
And here is a
grade 1 plastic.
Ooh, that's real glass.
That's real glass.
They're fancy out in Tennessee.
Well, Kentucky's bourbon.
Yeah, I don't know why it's Kentucky whiskey and not Kentucky bourbon.
Tennessee is more known for their whiskeys, but this very clearly says Kentucky blended whiskey.
It's on the label. And speaking of the label, apparently at Kentucky Deluxe they couldn't afford like color into their labels or anything because it really looks like it was printed on somebody's home printer.
Okay, in my defense, it ran out of magenta, and it could only print in black and white.
Yeah,
Looks like a Listerine bottle.
I'm pretty sure that is a Listerine bottle. So
you know what? Hold on. Let's look at the coloring.
Maybe they share.
Let's look at the coloring.
Yeah. Okay, so one is a beautiful translucent amber. That would be Gentleman Jack, and the other one is
original Listerine.
The original Listerine. I bet it fights tartar and all kinds of gingivitis and all kinds of stuff.
Kentucky Deluxe now can also fight 99% of the germs that cause gingivitis.
I don't think it really says that, but no.
Hey, but you know what? But if you look at it, it's 40% alcohol. It's 80 proof. That's that's the same as the Gentleman Jack.
Yeah, they're both they're both the same on that one. The difference is Gentleman Jack with Jack Daniel's. They're in Lynchburg. They have a little bit of a legacy to live up to.
They do have a legacy.
So they've got some history and they got some stuff that we believe in down there, even though I've had a really bad time once on old number 7.
Nope. Gotta explain that. What was that bad time?
I'll make it quick since we're a limited show that we can do this in. There was like a prom or something, and I don't know. I tried to show off and drink like a half gallon of Jack Daniel's old number 7, and woke up on a dirt road outside of Farmersville, Texas, in a single wide trailer, and the story doesn't get better.
Gone are the days whenever the worst thing that would happen on a Friday night is that you were waking up in a field dying from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was real bad. I walked out, and the sun was like in my eyes, and I was like, oh.
Kind of felt like Dracula.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't good.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. I will open our Listerine bottle, and we have guests in the studio tonight, so they're going to be participating with us, and I cannot wait to see some of these reactions on their faces. So I'll open this one. You open that one. Here we go.
Cool.
Hold on.
Yeah,
here we go.
Let's get the sound. Oh, the sweet sound of plastic.
Oh, hey, check it out.
Oh, look, wow, it's got one of those fancy plastic,
one of those little fancy
little
plastic,
pour spout things, so you don't splash it everywhere.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, speaking of as a follow-up, guess what I saw this week? I actually saw somebody buying Steel Reserve.
Oh, I hope you stopped them.
I tried to. I honest to God tried to after last week. And I asked him, I said, hey, man, why are you getting the Steel Reserve? Man, it's just cheap. Doesn't taste that bad. And literally the only thing I could think of was, I want to drop kick you into next week because no one should be drinking Steel Reserve, especially after what we went through last week.
Yeah, you should have kicked him in the family jewels and make sure he doesn't procreate.
Yeah, we need to take those genes out of the pool.
We don't need more of those people.
No.
We have enough problems.
Yes, we do. All right.
That's a healthy portion of that fine Kentucky whiskey you're pouring there.
So open yours.
Oh, yeah. So here we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know the seal is good.
That just sounded sexy.
Oh, it smells really nice.
Mine doesn't. Mine smells.
Sorry.
Mine pretty much smelled like I was about to swish it around and gargle. I don't even have to taste it, and I know that this one's going to be prickly on the insides.
All right, let's get some of this poured here for our guests.
Had to get that in early.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get that again.
I'm sure we will.
All right. So
we
have our portions. I don't know if I gave as generous portions as you did. But then again, cheap booze does get larger portions usually for some reason. So
especially around here because we love seeing the reactions. All right. So let's. Our first topic that somebody commented was the Chicago mayor. Oh. So before we start the timer, let's go ahead and take a sip of this Kentucky Deluxe. This one's yours. Whoa,
you know the smell.
The wubs.
Dude, that's like, I haven't even tasted it yet. That smells like rubbing alcohol. Isn't that what it smells like?
Okay, hold on. They're about to sip. I want to see reactions. I want to see reactions on this. Oh, they're biting their lips. It got them back here.
Yeah. It tastes like rubbing alcohol. Another sip.
You know
just
that
to make
smell
sure.
like whenever you are cleaning a dry erase board?
Are you trying to wipe that off your lips?
She was literally just trying to wipe this off her lips. Whoo! I just got that kick on the back end. Yeah, we'll switch around back. All right, so you want to start first, you want me to?
Chicago Mayor.
We're starting the timer. Go for it.
Chicago Mayor Lightfoot, up there in Illinois. She is a black woman and openly gay. But as far as I know, she's the first one to hold mayor's office in that category. I don't like the category people, but that's what she claims to be, so we'll put it out there. She's decided for the next couple of years that she's going to only give interviews to journalists who are people of color. In her words, she believes the media is too white and too male-dominated. So she has decided, I guess, the best way to fight discrimination is with outright blatant racism.
So first off, if I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sure I ran into the mayor of Chicago at Comic-Con dressed as Beetlejuice. Turned out it was just her. She just looks like Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
I said her name.
Should I go for third?
Said her name 3 times and she popped up. She popped up right behind me.
Oh, that makes sense.
So this is something that just really irritates me. So take the freedom of speech. We'll take that out for just a moment. There's a very famous photo. I believe the photographer's name was Eisenstadt. In 1931, he was taking pictures of Joseph Goebbels at the League of Nations. Later that became the UN. But it was in Geneva, and he was taking pictures of Goebbels, and there were several pictures where that he was very happy, joking, candid. And then there's one specific picture, and it later became known as the Eyes of Hate. And one of his bodyguards had leaned down and told Goebbels that the photographer was Jewish right as he took the picture. And if one of y'all want to look that up to see if that's right, I think it's called the Eyes of Hate. You get to see the exact moment where that it was the 1,000-yard stare, everything was cut off. So he didn't want the photographer there because he was Jewish. He didn't want. Oh man, that's still burning on the back.
Yeah,
end.
it's not.
He didn't want the photographer there because he was Jewish.
Yeah.
He didn't want anything to do with him. And then later, he became known Yep, that's the picture. I know y'all can't see that because this is a podcast, but look up Eyes of Hate. Was it Eisenstadt that was the photographer?
You know, he kind of looks like Skeletor from He-Man before he became Skeletor.
Yep, I would go with that.
Maybe a skinny one.
Maybe a skinny Skeletor. Yeah.
Skinny Skeletor. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely hateful. I mean, the only thing I would disagree is the 1,000-yard stare. I mean, some people have earned that 1,000-yard stare. That is a pure...
No, that's just a pure hate.
That's pure hate, man. That's pure evil.
And I don't care what your race, creed, or color, especially if we're going... America is the only country I know that focuses so much on hating its past and not trying to make a better future that realistically... That's the exact same thing that this is right here with the Chicago mayor.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to normalize all behavior, even when that behavior is just completely terrible from our politicians.
There's some behavior that just shouldn't be normalized.
Yeah, I mean,
it just shouldn't.
Like I said, I couldn't believe what she said. She just can't give interviews to white people or white males anymore. Because it's not fair.
Because apparently whatever I did in my 41 years on this planet has been directly against.
Well, I mean, white people are just the worst. I mean,
we really
are. We're
really
shameful.
are.
So I don't know what to say. I don't even know why I get to do things that I get to do.
Like go to TJ Maxx.
Yeah, like go to TJ Maxx.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Bed Bath and Beyond. That's a good one. Yeah, that's one of my go-tos. Or the Hobby Lobby. That's a fun favorite.
I always like to go to Joann Fabrics. And try to put on some Crocs.
Don't ask me why we went from Mayor Lightfoot to Hobby Lobby or anything.
There's our timer.
Don't have to explain it now.
All right. So if I can get this thing to shut up, there we go.
All right. Well, I think that's a good segue into we can either take a sip from Gentleman Jack or we can take another sip from... Dude, it's eating through the cup.
What? Is it really? Holy yeah.
It's eating through the wax cup.
It is starting to eat through the
wax
cup.
Look at the bottom.
Oh, well, now it's a science experiment.
Oh, dude, this is pure paint thinner or something.
Look at this.
Oh, wow. Ooh, feel it. Just feel like the wax around the bottom of the wax ring. It's all like soft and getting kind of like a Jell-O feel to it.
Okay. Well, so now we're going to have to see how long it'll take before that eats through the cup.
So let's try the Gentleman Jack.
Let's try this Gentleman Jack. Okay. I'm gonna let our guest go first, so that way we can see their reactions here.
You would have heard the chinking of a couple of glasses there, but they're paper cups. So,
they're smiling. They're smiling and nodding. All right, let's do this, Rooster.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, wow.
So you know how it was kind of like whenever we compared Woodridge and the other one.
Yeah, I think maybe Woodbridge and Kentucky Deluxe are owned by the same people or something.
They at least get their bottles from the same places. But what I was gonna say is that you know how you could taste that distinct difference, like one tasted like what you put on a salad, and the other tasted like something that made your nipple sensitive. There is a distinct difference in the taste.
There is.
But I mean, if you're looking at the
even the
Surgeon General's warning is the exact same.
The smell, I mean, it's completely different. The taste is crazy because it gives you that warm feeling in the back of your throat, but not like the someone lit me on fire back of the throat feeling kind of a thing, or the gargling a cactus kind of feeling, as you like to put it.
My deep throating a cactus analogy.
Sorry, I was cleaning that up a little bit.
No, there's no reason to clean it up. We haven't been kicked off yet, and I've already said it.
That was good, though. I like that. So these conversations just keep getting more interesting.
They do keep getting more interesting. Okay, actually, a follow up to last week, how we brought up the Israel Hamas thing. That somebody brought that up. Oh my God!
I'd like to apologize. I still haven't been able to get that case of steel reserve sent to the Turkish president.
I managed to get one to send John Kerry.
Nice.
Pretty sure I'm going to be on a list for that.
Yeah, still not sending it to Hamas. Those people are still pissed off.
Well, they're more pissed off now. So somebody brought up the Israel-Hamas thing last week. So now it's to follow up on that, because it's had a recent current events like within the past 2 hours. We're going to follow up, and you can start it. Timer starts now.
All right. So just kind of the first part of the quick follow-up on that one is, Biden has kind of shifted his tone a little bit with them. He still supports Israel, but it's not the staunch support that he was given before. So he actually made a call out to Netanyahu, and basically told him more of a demand that he start a de-escalation with Hamas on this one. And of course, Israel is like basically no way Jose or no way Joe in this situation.
Basically, they told Joe he's out of his ever clucking mind.
Yeah, exactly. And and then Hamas came out and said that they saw that there would be a ceasefire that was coming soon or imminent, and turns out it looks like they were right. It looks like a ceasefire just happened here in the last couple of hours.
Yeah, but it's been a bloody 11 days. It's been bloody 11 days.
It's been very one-sided on that one. And then to take on top of that one, the White House had approved a $735 million. Say that again, $735 million arms package.
Well, let's just be honest. That is only going to replenish what Israel dropped.
Yeah,
on
they're
Hamas.
they're getting that Iron Dome thing.
They're going to get the Iron Dome back up.
But what's crazy is now we're seeing a divide, even with the Democrats controlling everything. Now we're seeing a divide in Washington over that, because you got these far left, and then you got the Democrats like Joe, who are more of that moderate left than they are actual.
Just like what we said in previous episodes, the issue's not Republican versus Democrat. It's the extreme right versus the extreme left, and that's what we're seeing right here.
So now you got like Bernie Sanders and AOC and the rest of the squad, and they decided they're going to start drafting some legislation that's actually going to try to prevent or block the sale. And if nothing else, they want to just show their disapproval of Biden and the U.S. ties between the U.S. and Israel, because they just feel like that sale can't happen.
Okay, so let's take the religious aspect out of this. Hamas, they were targeting civilians. 230 Palestinians died, 65 children, 39 women, 1,710 people injured just in this 11 days. So let's just say that was here, and that there was an innocent state getting attacked. Let's say it was like Texas versus New York. Well,
Texas wins.
Texas wins.
We all know who sides with that one right there.
So Texas versus. No. Okay, Oklahoma.
Versus Nebraska.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so like Oklahoma versus Nebraska. If Oklahoma did an unprovoked attack on Nebraska, who are we going to side with?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. But you kind of always have to go, just like in this situation. We can't forget who targeted civilians and who hid in civilian population to keep that retaliation from happening in order to make the other side look like they were actually the ones targeting civilians. That was Hamas.
Yeah.
That can't just go without bringing that up. Lots of the left, a lot of celebrities are saying, well, it's not a fair fight because the Israelis are taking it to Hamas. I mean, because they were pounding them.
They should rock Hamas's shit.
They were pounding them, and they're like, well, it's not a fair fight. It doesn't matter if it's a fair fight. It's all about who started that fight. The only person who fights fair is the guy who loses.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, honestly, I know a way that we can settle this. What we do, we take every NASCAR fan in the South. We give them some Kentucky Deluxe. Okay. We send them over to fight Hamas, and all we tell them, they killed Dale Earnhardt. I could have this entire thing wrapped up in about 35 minutes.
That could work. That could work. Or we go into Gaza and we remove all alcoholic beverages except for Steel Reserve. They just abandoned the whole area.
What about Woodbridge? Could they have Woodbridge?
And Woodbridge. And maybe, you know what, I'm going to throw him a bone. We're going to give
all right, that's our timer. That's our timer. All right, you know what that means.
Time's for another drink?
It's time for some
Which
more.
one are you going for?
No, there is no which one we're going for. We got to go back to Kentucky.
Oh, we do?
The cup is soft. Our guests are holding their noses.
It's really crazy how this has destroyed the wax cup here.
It's creeping up the sides. This is not normal. This is not normal.
Oh, this is the Metallica song, Creeping Death.
Whoever actually decided to make this Kentucky Deluxe, you are a bad person. You should be ashamed of yourself.
So here's what I think happened. And certainly people at Kentucky Deluxe reach out to me and tell me if I'm mistaken on your recipe, because I don't want to be the guy who throws your recipe out there, but I think I've already cracked it. It's 70% rubbing alcohol, food coloring, and then the Listerine bottle. And then you just somebody printed this at the house, slapped a label on it, and went, here you go, it's Kentucky whiskey.
Sir, you know why I'm pulling you over? No. You been drinking tonight? No, my breath sure smells good. Smells just like Kentucky Listerine.
Smells just like gingivitis.
I'm just fighting that gingivitis.
An officer asked me one time.
That is rough.
Asked me why I've been why I was driving in this condition. I tell them it's because I was in no condition to walk.
That is fair. All right. So last topic that somebody just brought up. This was another recent one. Racist math in California.
Yeah, I didn't believe this one existed, so I actually had to read this one up and make sure.
Racist math.
So, yeah, apparently math, remember that thing we learned forwards and backwards? Apparently that's how you get the truth. You know the answer is true. Apparently that's racist.
Okay, you're going to have to go more in detail on this.
So what they got is out there.
Apparently what I read didn't make enough sense to me.
Well, let me break it down for you. It's in California. That's the first thing.
Strike one.
Strike one. It's California education.
Okay, that's strike two.
Yeah. So what they're doing is they are hoping to have this mitigated by August, then ratify it later in the year. And what they're proposing is for math to switch from the traditional teachings to I'm going to try to use clean words for this one, to a framework that's based on a document called, this is a mouthful, so don't fill it with this Kentucky Deluxe, a pathway to equitable math instruction, dismantling racism in mathematics instruction. That is the title that this is based on.
I'm going to have to stop you right there. The exponential power that you just put on that too.
Yeah. That
hurts my feelings, and it makes me need a safe space. Okay,
well, I can tell you right there, that title right there alone says that whatever's in this document is about to lie to me a lot. So what it does is it focuses on eliminating white supremacy culture in math class.
Okay, apparently I'm too old school. How in the blue hell can a math class, in any type of math curriculum, how can it be white supremacist and racist?
Well, Madman, you see, it puts less focus on grading on demonstrated knowledge rather than right or wrong answers, because those right or wrong answers, they're racist.
Okay, so I can already see where this argument's going. But Rooster, all the things are being automated. The planes will be able to fly themselves.
No. So in our future generations, we're going to have, bridges collapsing into rivers, planes falling out of the skies. And even though everything is automated, what the actual cluck? These things still have to be programmed. Someone has to write the code that does the math behind the scenes. And if every idiot coming out of these schools is like, well, math didn't make me feel good about myself. Hey, genius?
It's not going to. You know what math stands for? Math stands for mental abuse to humans. You suck it up and you go through it and you get the grade
I don't know if that's the Webster definition. But
that is the Webster definition.
I'll give it to you. But yeah, I have no idea.
Just do me a favor and just trust me. That's the Webster definition. Yeah. Don't actually go and try to look.
You know what I think is? I think the California Education Board is drinking Kentucky Deluxe whiskey.
They're trying to go from participation trophies to existence trophies.
Yeah, it's just the most ridiculous thing. So basically, they don't want to tell these kids, "Oh no, little Johnny, that answer was wrong," because that could hurt little Johnny's feelings. So now they want to say, "Hey, you know what? That's a good effort. I appreciate the effort that you got. You understand that you have to add and you have to subtract sometimes.
That's racist.
Doesn't matter.
That's racist.
But not giving the answer is totally fine.
That's racist.
I don't know, man. Just what the cluck, man. This is idiocracy. I don't even know what to say, other than shame on California.
Okay, well, first off, it's just shame on California.
Yeah, this is why, maybe we'll get to another segment later on, this is why I think people in their northern counties, along with all those people in Oregon, voted themselves to try to become the state of Idaho. Is it eating through, or did I spill that?
No, that's spilled. It's not eating through.
It's not
that's a gentleman jack. It didn't eat through.
Spilled a little bit right here. So.
All right, our time is up.
Yours is eating through.
Our time is up. So let's take another sip of this gentleman jack. Okay. We can cheers our guests here in the studio.
Sorry, I guess I got to take another
Rooster,
drink.
Congratulations on us not getting kicked off after 5 episodes.
Here's to another 5 episodes.
Here's to another long-lived 5 episodes.
So while we're doing this, I want to make sure that we give a special thanks out to Deep Dallas Radio, especially Overlord DJ Shane Guns with the Locked and Loaded Show, where you can hear this air 4-ish every Saturday.
And special shout-out to Gifted Chicken. Can't forget.
Oh, yeah, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs.
Because in a world full of chickens,
be a rooster.
So I think that it's pretty fair to say, shame on you, Kentucky Deluxe.
Yeah, man, Kentucky. It's not. I think you just phoned that one in, man. I don't even think you. Again, I think it's rubbing alcohol and food coloring.
But you know what? On a positive note, if you only got like $8 and you want 750 milliliters.
I got to ask, what shelf was this on? So eye level of shelf that it was on at the liquor store.
The Gentleman Jack was slightly above eye level.
Oh, the sweet spot.
It was right in that sweet spot.
Yeah, sweet spot. Where was the Kentucky Deluxe?
It was right next to the Steel Reserve.
So on the floor.
It was on the floor. Let's put it this way. I've seen little people have to take, have to lay down and reach under the shelf to try to get to Kentucky Deluxe.
It's where it belongs. But the good news is, like you said, when you kick it with your feet by accident, it's not going to break that dang bottle.
No, and if you happen to be outside working on your house, you got something that will give you a nice little buzz and help you thin your paint. Well,
I said this about Steel Reserve. For any of you that think, then I'll say this about the Kentucky Deluxe. If this is your go-to, please seek counseling. You can do better.
You can do better.
You can do better, and you should do better. But your gingivitis is going to clear right up.
So just in case you wanted those healthy gums, there you go, baby.
Yeah, healthy gums, tartar, all that kind of stuff. I cannot believe it is eating through the cups. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous that it is eating through the cups. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Whiskey and Whine. Tune in next week where we still go over current events, common sense, the Constitution, and morals.
Morals.
Well, they're in there somewhere. You are listening to
Whiskey and Whine.